Kia ora.
G'day.
Welcome to Cup of Tea and Yarn. I'm Jill, Tea and Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Crafty Mama. I'm Kylie, Crafty Mama. I'm really bad at the introduction. I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry, but my name is Kylie.
Excellent. And we're together in like real life.
For the first time in 4 months?
More than that, I think.
Might have been July we last saw each other.
So,
Wow, it's been nearly 6 months.
And we're here at the Hamilton Garden. So the shot you saw there is what we're looking at right now, which is, I think, the English bit.
Yes, we're in the English flower garden and it's beautiful. We've seen lots of dahlias and roses and...
How do you know?
This
You're really clever with your flowers.
Oh, I might have listened to someone else.
We have our friend Jan in here. She doesn't want to be on the thing.
But she's really good with flowers, so we knew. So we're having a bit of an outing today, seeing as we can meet. We thought we'd meet somewhere new, somewhere halfway, and we've had a bit of a yarn shop. So Hamilton has a few yarn shops, but a lot of them are closed because we're in that weird period between Christmas and New Year where you don't know who you are or what time it is or what meal you're up to or
and
what day of the
New
week
Zealand
it is.
Closes.
And yeah, New Zealand closes, because we're just a big country town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it's summer.
It's summer.
Really?
Everyone's at the beach.
Yeah.
All the gardens apparently.
Yeah, it's quite busy here. So we don't know what's going to happen around us.
If it gets really loud, we'll pause it.
Yeah, we think that we're in a nice quiet part. But it's like, oh, there's some people. Oh, there's some people.
So if we keep looking over there, that's why. So how was your Christmas?
It was really nice.
Yeah?
That's very quiet. Mum and Dad's. And how about you?
Yeah, similar. Yeah, we didn't end up going away. It was a bit just all in the too hard basket in the end. No one really wanted to be in a car for 8 hours. And we all just felt like we needed a chance to just breathe and stop and breathe at home and just spend time together, and as opposed to where we're working and the kids are just being ignored. So yeah, we just stayed home and had a very simple meal, and yeah, it was great.
Nice. Yeah, nice to have quiet Christmases, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We did have a few awkward FaceTimes on Christmas Day with the relatives, but I think the network was overwhelmed on Christmas Day because they were really very slow, and like they struggled to hear us and we struggled to hear them, and yeah, it wasn't good. So we'll sort that out.
Your fingers are busy. Like I don't knit because otherwise I'd be looking down all the time. So but I can see that you're knitting away there. What are you knitting?
I am knitting away. I am knitting.
Ooh, lots of colours.
It's not my usual colours.
No.
Like, I mean, they're pinks, but I'll hold up what I'm knitting. It's called the Summer Top. Summer Madness Top, I think, or Summer Surprise or something. I'll look it up in a moment. But that's actually 2 colours. So.
Is it minis or?
No, they're full skeins.
Oh.
So let me tell you about this. It's the Summer Madness Top by Sophie McCain of Unicorn Designs. And I'll just show you. It's just got my swatch. So that's what it's going to look like. So it's I was quite inspired by those colourings. This was actually made for a mini skein set.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have a go at linen. So this is Prosper yarn. In her linen base, and some of them are singles and some of them aren't.
Very, very soft.
Yeah, so this is one of the yarns I was waiting on. And so two of them.
Bottom up, which is not normally.
Bottom up, I know. I didn't realise it was bottom up when I bought it. It's also knit flat, but I've made it in the rounds. So I was a wee bit disappointed when I bought the pattern and realised it was bottom up and knit flat, and I was like, oh well, I'm not going to do that. So I actually I've made a mod. It's got an I-cord edging, so I did the I-cord on my little machine and then picked it up, and but her I-cord is actually applied afterwards, which I thought was a really weird way to do it, and I didn't want to do that, so I did that. And I've also added a split, which is not in the pattern, but I really like a split in a top. So I just did a wee bit, and then with my I-cord there, so the I-cord is 3 stitches, I've literally just overlapped it and knit it together so that when I come to it, it's dissolved the stitches.
Oh.
And I thought I was quite fancy because I made it look like it's the back, the front is overlapping the back on both sides. So it's even directional.
Clever.
So yes, I am rather proud of that. Took a little bit extra thought, but I managed it. So yeah, that's in those 5 colours, and it's just a repeat. Very simple. It's just got, when you come to the new colour, you just do a row of purl and then keep knitting.
So let's have a look at the ball.
The skeins.
Skeins.
Skeins. Cakes.
So it's different. Oh, you're doing different colours then.
Yeah.
So
it's 5 colours.
I imagined that it was one skein.
Oh no, it's 5.
5.
5 colours. So I originally bought these 3
Yes.
in her sale, and then so this is the pink, light pink, and that was the Wicked. That I thought it was going to be blue, but it wasn't blue. It's quite a lot more green, and that's the charcoaly colour. And that was fine. I was going to do it in 3, but then I saw that Summer Madness top, and I was like, ooh, I really like. She's actually got 6 colours.
Right.
And I really liked that. And then Lupine had a sale, and she stocks what I thought was the same base because they're both called bark.
Right.
But these are actually singles. But anyway, they're. Oh no, here we go. They're the singles. Sorry, these were the 3 I originally got. Those 3, and then I've added in those 2 singles. So it's just kind of melded everything together a bit more, and I think it's a bit more cohesive.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really nice top, really nice and lightweight.
The mower started.
We're walking through before going, oh, I wonder if the mower will stop, and yeah. So anyway, so that's the colour choices, and I'm going back into the pink, and I'm just repeating that. Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
So this is one of my gift along patterns.
Yes.
I'm not gonna finish.
No.
I'm not gonna get there.
I did 2 gift alongs.
I've done 5.
And I got a prize.
Did you?
Yeah, I got a pattern. I got
Ooh.
to choose a pattern. I haven't chosen it yet.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What was the designer you got a pattern from? I can't remember. I've won 1 prize that I've already claimed, and I've already started knitting that pattern. So I'll show you that in a bit too. But I did win another prize, and I haven't decided what I'll get. I can't remember the designer, but she's got lots of really nice stuff. So we have until the end of February to choose.
Oh, yeah.
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 So
I've got another one that I was going to do slippers for my mother-in-law for Christmas, but it didn't kind of work out, so I haven't. That one won't get finished.
Yeah.
So I started it. I did 3/4 of one. I thought, no, I didn't pick the right yarn.
oh, okay. What pattern was it?
Something about loafers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Really cool pattern. I will knit it, just not for Christmas for my mother-in-law because that's last week.
Well, while I'm talking about what I'm knitting, this is the pattern I won with the gift along. So this is the
Does
cowl
that go in the
portion.
gift along as well, then?
Yeah. It's a cowl, and it's Meet Me Inside by Emma Sadler Designs.
That's nice.
And she's at All Needles on Instagram, I assume. Perhaps Twitter as well. And I have cast that on, and I'm over halfway through it. It's a bit muddy, so it hasn't
So you
worked
do
out.
is it double?
Yeah, so you knit in the round,
Yeah.
and then you knit around, and then join it. So there's a provisional cast on, and I've actually done. I don't know whether you can see, but I did the provisional cast on in red. You can see there's 2. So I started in the recommended needle size. I didn't like the fabric, so I just
Went up a size.
went up a size. So I just did instead of ripping it all out and starting again, I just did another round of the red and started on the next size. And so when it comes to joining it, I'll just rip out that throw that away and join it. We join it with a Kitchener. So it'll take a little bit of time to Kitchener all the way around there, but that's okay. And one of the reasons I didn't rip it out is because it's one of those held double things.
Ooh, yeah.
And I've got an alpaca cloud from Yeah Yarn. I can't remember what the colourway is. And this is actually, so it's a purple under, that's why it looks quite muddy, because this is quite a muddy colour. But I like it, I like the end effect. This is actually quite a luxury skein, but, and it's very shiny as well, so I've completely lost that luster with this, which I knew I would.
But it'll be really soft.
It'll be really soft. It's a, I can't think, and I don't think I have the band. I don't have the band, so I forget what this is, but it's like an MCN. Yeah, merino cashmere nylon.
Nice.
There might even be silk in there. There's definitely silk as well.
It's really nice.
But, yeah. Very nice. Oh, we were in the yarn shop earlier saying, because we've got to wear masks in the shop. You can't do this in the yarn shop anymore. So, we have a top tip.
Yeah.
This section of your arm is really sensitive. So, if you're in a yarn shop with your mask on and you want to feel this section. So, that's all I'm knitting on. Oh, actually, it's not. I got one more. But I haven't knit on it for a bit. I have a sad looking gnome here. It's what?
Its nose. Is that its nose?
That's not its nose. This is okay. So that's the hat. That's the body. This is a pocket, and it's a fully functional pocket.
Yeah.
You could put like a candy cane in it if you wanted to, like this.
Is that the back of them then?
No, that's the front.
Oh,
It's
on
got
the
a
front
pocket
of
on the
this hat.
front. Yeah. So this is the mystery, the Imagine Landscapes mystery knit along for December. So it's a little pocket, and it's got a button. Lots of suggestions for here in the pattern. She said you could put buttons in. You know, it's a nice place to put a special button. You could do some duplicate stitching. I just put that on because I had it. Just says handmade with love. It was a bit of a lazy edition of mine, but yeah, I got kind of bored with it and I haven't added the arms and yet. It also has a backpack and another little gnome that goes in the backpack.
Oh wow.
And already I'm thinking I might just add the arms and the nose and the
And be done with it.
and the beard and be done with it. So I don't know.
If you're in the right mood, you'll go.
I might.
It'd be quite cute to have a gnome.
A little baby gnome.
Yeah.
I have knitted the baby gnomes before. One of her patterns has 3 really small gnomes. But yeah, I can't even tell you what the yarn is. They're just minis from my stash, and I actually ran out of the red, and so I ran it out during the cast off. I have like that much of another yarn. But that's fine. Yeah. So that's what I'm knitting on. How about you? What are you knitting on?
I'm doing.
Sorry, we're a bit close here.
I'm making the Mount. I think it's called the Mount Pleasant Tea by Pip and Pin. I did it last year.
Is that a Pip and Pin? Is that an Aussie or Kiwi designer?
No.
Oh, okay. Mount Pleasant is somewhere in Australia.
I don't think it is. Anyway, so it's a bottom up and it's got this pretty little design on the bottom.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. So last year I made it from this weird green colour, which I wore once and then I never wore again. So I did like the top, so I've decided to do it again. So this is a black forest yarn, which is a Kiwi yarn.
Really nice.
Alpaca Jane gave it to me as a present a couple of years ago. Yeah, so I've done the front. I'm just doing the back.
So it's a shorty kind of.
It's a shorty one, so
crop.
It's a crop top.
And is it just sleeveless?
It has kind of a drop sleeve.
Okay.
But I might put a little bit on there.
You could totally add some of that on.
Yeah, that
It
would be
would
quite
look really
cool.
nice. That
I'd have to work out how to do it backwards.
the lacy bit. I could
Right.
write that for you.
Okay. You can do that. That
You
would
read
look quite
charts,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
Just turn your chart upside down.
Oh.
And where it's like a decrease, you do an increase.
Ah.
And where it's an increase, you do a decrease.
Okay, I can do that.
I think. Let me double check that.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that. I'll have to have a really good look at it.
I remember last time I made it, it was quite tight from underneath here. So it hit up here. So I did do an extra couple of centimetres.
Yeah, good
so
idea.
it's not as tight under there. Yeah. But so that's been this last week's kind of knitting. My other thing I've got on the go is my socks on the plane, finished one.
Oh, good.
So I did finish one just before Christmas.
It's such cool yarn.
Oh, I didn't have. I
It's
did bring
so
my sock blockers.
subtle.
I could have just put it on my sock blocker. Anyway, and I have started again on the next one. So just starting on the leg.
Jill knits inside out with her socks,
I do.
so that's why she's fiddling with
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of weird, eh?
Yeah.
I know. No, I think it's weird that people that don't knit inside
Yeah.
out with their socks.
It's, what's normal to you is
Because
what's normal.
I'm knitting what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yes. So yeah, that's out of how.
Do you knit jumpers inside out?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everything inside out.
That's fine.
Because I'm knitting what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
you knit what you look at. Whereas I'm doing the same, but I'm holding it
Yeah.
to the front. It's just a matter of where you like to hold it.
Yeah. Yes, I like them. Like this. The yarn is pretty cool.
Yeah. And is that a twisted ribbing?
It's a
No, the ribbing.
no, it's just normal
Oh,
rib.
okay.
But because I'm inside out,
Ah,
the rib looks
that's
different.
why. Yeah. Oh,
So-
that's so
I don't know.
interesting.
You'd think the ribbing was the same both ways.
No, it's not.
It's not. So my ribbing on my socks looks inside out. And see.
Because that's a lot neater.
Yeah. But there I can like turn it over,
Yeah.
and then the
have it
nice
folded.
bit. The nice bit is it.
There you go. It's a creative opportunity. There's no such thing as mistakes.
Yeah, and those are my two things I'm knitting.
Oh, good.
Really, I've been crocheting a bit, but they're at home. 'Cause there's a lot of
Is
them.
it the blank? Oh, the squares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which I'm doing. Which I've been doing for the last year
Yep.
with bits of mini skeins and things as I've been going along.
I'm feeling the urge to knit a blanket at the moment. So that might happen in the new year. I really have so many mini skeins, and I have too many mini skeins. It's time to really get rid of them. We'll see.
I quite liked the blanket that Jan made that had the different colours going through it. So
Jan did make a very nice
yeah.
blanket.
And I know she did hers join it as she goes.
Yeah, I like the idea of a join as you go.
Yeah, I haven't done that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make all of my squares, and then I'm going to lay them out into some kind of colouring palette-y thing. Yeah.
I will do a scrappy, no plan at all blanket.
Nice.
I might even end up doing the 10 stitch and just start where I start and finish the mini where I finish the mini, and just pick it up.
Is that the
keep
one that you
going.
go like that?
Yep,
Yeah,
it's the
I've
spiral.
started one of those.
But maybe I will start that in winter, because I think once you get past about here, it'll be quite warm on your lap.
Well, that's what I'm finding about this even. It's like, you know, it gets to be a time in the day, it's like, I
Yeah.
can't have that in my lap anymore.
That's been really good about knitting this. I mean, it's not that big yet, but
This is linen.
it's linen. It's quite light. Yeah. But that other cowl is not light. It's very poofy.
Oh, the fluff
Very
that sticks to
fluffy.
your hand. Eh?
Yeah. So I tend to knit that in the morning. We've been getting beautiful mornings where we are. Have your mornings been nice and cool?
No.
Oh, we have been
hot.
getting the most glorious mornings, and my dog is mad and likes to. She's a completely different dog at the moment because I'm not working.
Right.
It's really interesting. So normally she just I thought she slept all the time. She doesn't sleep all the time. She only sleeps when I'm working. It's really bizarre. So it's like she knows if I'm working, her job is to sit at my feet and snore through my
quiet.
meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? That's her job when I'm working. Now that I'm on holidays, her job is to make sure that there are no lizards in the backyard and drag her humans outside to throw squeaky toys for her constantly. So what I've been doing in the morning is I take my knitting outside with my coffee and I sit and I throw the ball for her, and she's so happy, and she comes in and she's tired after that. But yeah, it's just been it's been cooler outside than it has been in our house.
I think maybe yesterday was a bit cooler, but otherwise it's been very hot.
We've been opening all the doors up and then just dealing with the flies inside. Someone walks around with the fly swat.
Aircon.
Yeah. Well, once it gets then hotter, sort of by about 10, 11 o'clock, that's when the aircon goes on. Yeah.
Talking about crochet squares, how's your crochet cotton squaring thing going? You were doing cotton squares, so that set that you got?
Oh, that's the hexagonals.
Oh, they hexagonals.
Yeah, I ran into a bit of a issue with
block.
that. Oh, okay, I'll tell the story. I realised that the pattern is written in American terms, and I had been doing it in English terms. And one day I sat down, the block one, sorry, I was thinking of another one. So this is my hexagonal one. One day I sat down and saw that it was in US terms, and it had been a few weeks since I'd done one, so I was like, oh, it's US terms, I'll do US terms. And I did it, and it was different, and I was like, oh no. So now I've got one made in US terms and a whole bunch made in British terms.
So just take apart the US one and do them all in British.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yep. But at the time I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, and that's when I moved to my square one. Right. And I made sure that it was the right one and written properly, and I think that one is actually in UK. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But how far through? I think I've only got a couple of the blue one left. But yeah, I still do it in my meetings and stuff. So yeah, it'll take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a few finished items.
I do.
You've been busy. It's like we've been on holidays or something. That's so beautiful.
So I finished my
brioche cowl.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
How do you feel about brioche now?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I got bored.
Oh, did you?
Like I was quite addicted for most of it, but then I think because I finished another thing, but I had to give it away for Christmas, and because I wanted to start that, but I wanted to finish this before I started that cowl.
Then it got boring.
It got boring.
Okay.
I was like, God, it takes so long to grow.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, because it's 2 rows for every row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've bound off too tight.
Yeah, right. Common mistake because brioche is really squidgy. Yeah. Yeah. But is the other end?
No, the other end's fine.
Okay, so that's the top then.
Yeah.
Because you want. Can I put it on?
Yeah. You want the bottom to be a bit baggy.
Yeah, you want a bit more give in the bottom. So that's fine. Ugh, my dangly earrings are getting in the way. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's good, Jill.
I quite like
might come home with me. They're really cool. And you've done the right thing, picking really high contrast colours.
So there's a Nana Cindy, the turquoise one, and the grey one I think is Ashley's one.
Knit and tie. Knot and tie.
Knot and tie.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I love how the Nana Cindy one just has the little pops of pink.
Yeah.
Nana Cindy's such a great dyer.
So obviously finished it and just threw it and haven't done anything, hasn't had a wash or anything.
Yep.
So then I did a gift along cowl and it was a Baroque pearls one.
Oh yes, I saw a picture of that. It was beautiful.
So that's already been given and gifted for Christmas.
Baroque pearls.
Baroque pearls, is it?
Oh, I don't know.
The lady who's in Melbourne.
Yes.
And she used to be in Wellington.
Yes.
And the cowl went to Wellington.
There you go.
Yeah. That was really nice. It was nice colourwork one. Yeah, which I did in red, which was some cute.
It had like a fleur-de-lis sort of pattern on it, didn't it? Yeah.
The background colour I think I used was one of the fish ones. that I had left over
your
from
Nemo
my,
one, yeah,
from
right.
the other ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My other, what you call it, the gift along one, I did these socks. And
They're
again, I forgot them.
fantastic.
But little ankle socks. These are the bamboo yarn. So these have got like a rib bottom. See that? And it's got a little tab on the back.
I have since purchased this pattern,
That's
and
a
I'm
really
going
nice
to be knitting
pattern.
it.
I didn't. Okay. I like wearing them. I didn't like knitting the yarn.
Oh, was it quite hard on you?
It was just thin.
Oh, okay, so it's the
It
yarn.
was really thin.
I love how it's got like a rolled edge.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
And I will make them again, but next time I'm just going to make them in just like a centimetre a bit longer at the back, because they do sit just nicely, but then I have to pull up the rolly bit, the back of my sneakers. Yeah, really nice.
That's always
nice
though.
and soft.
It's really soft.
Yeah, it is nice yarn. It's nice. I mean, nice to wear.
And
I didn't like it.
And being shorty socks, did it use 50% of the yarn?
No, not even.
Not even, because
No.
mine, I've also knit shorties and I use pretty much bang on 50% of my yarn. And I thought I'd make another pair, but maybe we should swap
Yeah.
to try a different yarn.
Yes, you could.
Yeah.
I should have brought it with me.
I know, didn't think of it.
Yeah. These ones I had to fish out the wash because I've worn them about 5 times.
Oh, have you? Fantastic. And how does it hold up?
Well, it seems to be doing all right. It's getting softer even, if anything. Oh, look. Oops. Oh, I dropped a stitch. Oh, look, I've washed them
you've
that
got a
many
whole
times
rip.
and I've got a hole.
Oh.
Damn it. What?
Have you got a pin to put in it?
Okay. And the other thing I've made is I wove something.
This is beautiful. Yeah, I can hold it up.
So it's all my hand spun.
It's fantastic.
I didn't do very well with my tension.
Oh, it looks great.
The tension was really bad.
I like how you've got like the thrummy bits.
Yeah, so
It's
it's,
just thicker hand spun. Oh, what have you got going on here?
oh yes, actually I didn't do well with my tension. A bit was just like really long and need to.
Oh yeah, that just
Yeah.
needs to be snipped. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
So this stuff here is yeah. This stuff here is stuff that I spun when I first started spinning.
Oh, excellent.
So it was quite tightly
Yep.
round, which
Yep.
I thought would make quite good for a warp.
Yep.
And then this is
Did you spin that?
I did.
That's fantastic.
It's spun with
It's a buckle.
not really. It was spun once and then
Boucle.
I plied it with a cotton.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's what's through most of it. So what happened was when I then warped up my loom, these bits had been curling.
Oh.
And so I hadn't stretched out. So when I went to do the tension, this bit was really, really taut, but this bit was all floppy.
Oh, weird.
And
Oh, because it relaxed all of the curliness, I
Yeah.
suppose.
I don't know. Anyway, and then I did it. I warped my loom the wrong way round, and I thought I was being really, really mindful about doing the whole thing. Anyway, long story short,
Yeah.
I quite like how it's turned out.
I love it. I
It's
think
got-
it's so artistic.
So that this yarn here that I'd done had been some rollags I'd made, and I had some of those rollags left unspun, so that became
Oh, that's what this
stuff,
turned
the
bit.
fat stuff. Yeah,
Oh, it's so great. I love the flat stuff.
it hasn't been washed,
It's
so
beautiful.
it hasn't been fooled yet.
Are you going to wear it as a scarf?
I don't
or
know. I don't know. It didn't take.
that sort of thing makes me want to weave.
Only took 2 days because of all the fat stuff in it.
I've actually got Jen's loom at the moment. Maybe I should keep it
Borrow it for a bit longer. Yeah.
and have a little play in the new year.
And then you guys were talking about hemming stitch.
Oh yes, because the reason I have Jen's loom at the moment is because my daughter wanted to weave, And so I think it was last school holidays. No, it was the school holidays before. It was back in July. One of our friends, Julie, gave Scarlett a little lesson one day and showed her they did the warp. They warped it all, and then she learnt how to weave it, and so she's been working on it on and off since then. I've been tripping over it for a solid couple of months, and she just hasn't wanted to do it, and she really got bored with it. So I tried to make her finish it by the end of the school term, but we couldn't get there with that. So she's she only had this much left to go this week. And so yesterday she sat down and did it. We watched all of the rest of the Babysitters Club episodes and she did it. So I'm up on Babysitters Club. It's actually really bizarre. Did you read Babysitters Club? Okay, so I read all of the Babysitters Club growing up, all of them, including the Little Sisters ones as well. So there's like hundreds of these books, and this was back in the day where we had book exchanges.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would just I had about 5 at a time, and I would just take them into the book exchange and get the next 5. And so when Scarlett wanted
like a library.
A book exchange, I guess like a library, yeah. I'm a slow reader, right? So I do like to own them because I don't like to feel rushed to take it back and all of that. But anyway, when my daughter wanted to start reading Babysitters Club because it was a Netflix series, I asked Mum to look up all my old books. Well, she only had a few, and I was like, but I read them all. How can you not have them? And then book exchange. So yes. But watching the Babysitters Club, it's like I know these stories.
and getting back to hemming stitch.
Hemming stitch.
Did you hem stitch?
No, we just tied it off.
Yeah,
no.
same.
I actually put a video on of hemming stitch, and she nearly cried.
Yeah, I did too.
She was like, I just want to tie knots, Mummy.
When I went and did my weaving course with Kurt, what he did, which was even better than hemming stitch or tying knots, fabric glue, turned it over, stuck it down,
and then put it through the machine.
Just chopped it.
Oh,
yeah, liked it.
He uses the sewing machine too, so he would probably put it through
probably
the
would
sewing
have
machine.
eventually.
A zigzag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just the fabric glue.
Do you have fabric glue?
No.
Because I have fabric glue.
I think I have. I would go and buy it just so I'd never look at that hemming stitch video again.
I use fabric glue for zippers. When I sew zippers in, I actually glue them in
first.
And then, it's a washable glue. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, that looks beautiful.
So that was I was inspired the day before yesterday to.
I love it.
Do some of my hand spun to make some weaving.
That's
But like I say, I need to think about what to do with my weaving cloth rather than have billions of scarves.
I would really like to. I think I will keep the loom for a bit. I would like to make some placemats.
Oh, yeah?
They my mum always had just some plain pink woven placemats growing up.
Dishcloths are very in. Like people do lots of dishcloths and tea towels, don't they?
Well, there's going to be another dishcloth revolution coming up. Have you watched the latest Bible Hustle?
No, I haven't.
It only dropped a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Oh no, because they did it live, and I was on YouTube, and I saw it was like 1 hour ago. We are going live, and I was like, oh damn it, I missed it. Well, it was almost 2 hours. I could have joined.
Wow.
So anyway.
Right.
So my finished one is. I also have not sewn any ends in yet, but I've done my socks as well, my little socklets. So the pattern is called Refined Socks, and it's identical on both sides there. The lace work, and this is an opal cotton. It's about 33% cotton, nylon wool. Very nice to work with.
Is that?
Yes, very nice to work with. And these are not matchy-matchy, so I do have 50% left because I didn't do matchy-matchies.
Okay.
So, here we go.
I hope nothing like that.
Yeah. Anyway, you pop it on. So anyway, it's got a different toe to what I'm used to working. It's a shorter toe.
Oh.
They fit nicely. The pattern said to do a similar heel to a fish lips kiss heel, which is what I normally do, but it also said, or whatever heel you like to do, so insert. So I just did the fish lips kiss heel, thank you. So see how they're slightly different, but they've worked out like quite
Very similar.
almost matchy, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with it. I did the contrast heel with the inside of the ball,
Yeah.
so that it didn't interrupt the stripe pattern. Oh, and the ribbing said to do about 6 rows of ribbing and then cast off, but I did quite a lot more. I did a solid inch of ribbing. I thought it was too short as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. I haven't worn them yet, obviously, because but I will be wearing them. I actually wanted to wear them today, and if we weren't podcasting, I would have sat and sewn the ends in and put them on, but I thought, well, I want to show you guys. So yeah, so that's all one thing. Have I finished anything else? Oh, yeah, this was the other thing.
So yeah, I think the glove.
Yeah, the glove. So this pattern is called Tariel. I'm all caught up in my bag here. As in the Lord of the Rings elf Tariel, who is not actually in Lord of the Rings book, the Hobbit book, but is in the Hobbit movies, because they had to insert a female character. Anyway, it's my daughter's favourite character. So, this yarn is from Yeah Yarn. It's a BFL, I forget what the colourway is. I'm really great at colourway names at the moment. And I knit her this sweet little mitt. I actually knit it at our Christmas party. I knit the whole mitt at our Christmas party at our Monday night group, except for the thumb. And the idea is that right here you put a button and you sew a loop and it folds down and has a little, it's quite an interesting effect. Anyway, my daughter put it on and said it was too scratchy. So lucky I didn't waste too much time. I don't think it's that.
No, I think it's because it's thick, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. It is summer, so maybe things are a bit scratchier in summer, but it isn't the softest yarn. It might soften up when I wash it, but it's the sort of thing that really it'll soften up underwear. So I'm going to knit myself a pair of mitts out of it because she can get stuffed.
I got myself distracted by trying to find that stitch.
That's okay. So that's a, what are we going to call that? A failed project.
No,
I should really sit here and unravel it.
let's unravel it. It's very pretty yarn.
It's gorgeous.
Really pretty.
So that was that failed project.
Not failed, just
Yeah.
wasn't a winner.
Yeah.
That was,
So I've also knit a cactus as a Christmas gift. So I've done 5 finished objects for the gift along. My socks. That's okay. So I did socks. So I needed to do a cactus for my workmate, and I attached a little sign that said "Don't be a prick," because that's the sort of relationship we have. And anyway, so I ended up submitting that as my other project, even though I'm still working on the gnome. I've got no stress to finish the gnome now. So that was my hands project, fail. Scarf, no, sorry, shawl. I did my hand spun one. What else? Can't think
You're
what else
doing
I've
jersey?
done. Yeah, I've definitely finished 5. Oh well, doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm not going to get the Ubadoo done, but next year I'm going to be smarter about it. Next year I'm going to do a child's jumper because that counts And that sucks, hey, because all these other people have done children's jumpers and have finished theirs, haven't they? And
I don't think it sucks. I think that's just them being clever.
well, they're being more clever. And they did I did a full pair of socks, whereas other people did like bulky weight
Oh yeah.
Slippers and the hat. I did the hat. Yeah.
I don't think it's about how many you finished though.
No, I know. It was just a little personal challenge. It was a personal challenge to try and finish it. I did 5. I gifted one, so that's a gift. This was going to be a gift. Whatever.
Not wanted.
So I'm not feeling... I'm a wee bit disappointed, but that's okay. I've had a pretty hard couple of weeks, to be honest, with the last few weeks of work and stuff were quite difficult for me. So that's really put me in a bit of a funk with my knitting.
But time to get out that one because it's
holiday. Oh yeah, holiday now. Oh no, I'm knitting like crazy now. And I was waiting on that yarn for ages too. So that really kind of put me off a bit. Anyway.
Have you been spinning? I'm feeling like I need to spin something.
I would love to do some spinning.
Yeah.
But my ankle is still quite bad. I twisted my ankle about.
Have you used one leg? Do you have any of your? Do you have any single?
I do, but it's my left. It's my right foot that I've injured, and which is why I originally started with single treadle wheels. But yeah, I have been thinking about pulling my my drop spindle out, so I might do some drop spindling. We'll see.
And borrow my electric one.
I've got an electric one too, so I could do that too.
Of course you have. We got them together.
We got them together. Yeah. Actually, I recently got rid of a couple of my bobbins because Dee bought Mouse's electric eel, and she'd stepped on a couple of the bobbins, so she only had one bobbin. And Dee was messaging me saying, "Do you know where to get the bobbins from within New Zealand? Because blah blah blah." I said, "Look, I tell you what, I've got so many bobbins. You can have a couple of mine."
Nice.
And she insisted on paying for them, but yeah, so she's happy. Yeah.
So on the way here, we went shopping.
We did.
Even though last
happened.
time we talked, I was like, never gonna buy yarn again.
Yeah. I'm still not gonna buy yarn until Woolfest.
So did you not buy some today?
From New Year's Eve.
From tomorrow. Day after tomorrow.
From January 1st.
Okay. Yarn diet.
Serious yarn diet. Yeah, very serious yarn diet. This is like the most annoying knot ever. Here we go. It's because I don't know what I've done. But anyway, we went to a wonderful shop. It's a fairly new shop in Hamilton called Yarn On. Now the owner, I think her name is Julie. Apologies if it's not to the Yarn On owner, but I think it is Julie. Anyway, she is closed at the moment but open by appointment. So I sent her a little message yesterday and I said, we're coming down. If you're going to be opening, we'd love to come, but if you're not going to be opening, please don't open just for us. And she said that she had stuff to do anyway in town, so she didn't mind opening for us. So we went in and we had a little look, and that's where we met this morning.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of things. What did you get?
A couple of things. I got some of this Tokyo sock yarn, which I've been looking at online on the shop.
Oh, okay, so we're going to get some anyway.
So I've been looking for a while, and you know how you open tabs and go, "Ooh, I'll just think about that later." I must have opened the tab for these before Christmas, and then I recently closed it. So then here we go. We went. So it's a Spanish yarn. I just read Spain, so they've got Spanish yarn. So it works out really cool, like the stripes and kind of like checkered-y kind of really,
It's like a pattern stripe.
but really kind of full on
Yeah.
in the patterning. I really liked them, so I got these 2 colours.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see them knit up.
Yeah. I also got this very pretty 4-ply mandala. It's got like those different colours. So nice to took with those different colours in the middle. Which is it's a countrywide yarn. You said that was Australian, I thought
It is.
it was a Kiwi one.
No, countrywide is an Aussie. Oh, West Coast.
West Coast.
Oh, it must be country. Oh, it's country spun, I think, that's Aussie.
Yeah. I do
Oh,
have a
my mistake.
I do have a feeling that it's spun by Skeins.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, pretty. And the last,
I do like that turquoise one. It's really nice.
my presents for next year, for, I did all my cowls for my friends in Wellington this year. Next year they're all getting mittens. I've told them, so that's not a surprise. When
Did you
gave
do a
the cowls-
poll? Say what do you
No,
all
I
want
just,
next
I
year?
just said, I said just next year it's mittens.
Because last year it was hats.
Yes, it was.
This year it's cows.
Yeah.
Next year it's mittens.
Yeah, and I was thinking probably should do slippers again because I haven't done slippers for a long time, and their slippers are probably all worn out by now. But maybe slippers next year. However, mittens this year. So I thought I could do some colourwork ones. I've got some really nice colourwork ones that patterns I've seen. So I bought some of this. It's called Bio Shetland. So it's 100% organic wool. BC yarn, so it's not from Shetland. Must be the Shetland type.
American brand?
No,
Or
it's got
German?
it's either German or somewhere like Danish or something like that. It doesn't actually say on there.
No. It's got a .com website too, so it doesn't even indicate the country with that.
Maybe a place called Garwitz, wherever Garwitz is. It's pretty. It's actually not. It's not harsh like it would be for like wool, like really harsh wool, kind of, the sticky stuff. It's obviously sticky, but it's not.
It'll be excellent for colour work. It'll work really well.
And so I thought I got these 2, which is a dark grey and a kind of a limey green to start off with, and I'll see how I go with those, and I might buy some more.
I did some colour work knits a few years back, and one said BAM and the other said PAL.
Oh, cool.
And I did them in those colours. So that instantly reminded me of those.
I don't know whether I will use other yarns with these or just these together. Because when I've done my colour work, my tam that I just did merino. I didn't use especially sticky stuff. So
You don't have to, it just gives better stitch definition. It would be interesting to experiment with holding the colours in different hands too.
Oh yeah, I've done that. I did that one with the cowl that I made for Christmas. Yeah, and 'cause in the pattern it did say which one to hold front for the most contrast.
Good.
Yeah.
That's something I'd like to experiment with. I haven't experimented with that.
And then I might have read something about it. After I read that, I might have Googled it, and someone had done the same pattern with the same yarns, but held in opposite hands.
The Knit Girls did that recently. She did 2
Maybe that's where I saw it.
baby hats.
Oh, maybe that's where I saw it.
Yeah, and she did one holding in one hand and one holding in the other. Yeah. And it made a big difference. I was surprised. I often swap.
So that would change it.
Yeah, I know. I've never had a problem with my colour work not standing out, so I don't know. Yeah.
What did you buy?
Oh, I got a beautiful new bag. So this is, she's written join the dots, handmade project bag, and it's got yarn on it. So I do believe Julie makes these herself. And it's got a lovely, it's got a coordinating pocket in here, so for all my bits. It's really stiff and sturdy.
It is, yeah.
And it's got a handle and it has snaps as opposed to a zipper. So I thought that was a really good design. I don't normally buy pattern bags because I can make them, but I've been so time poor lately and really needed one this size. So when I saw that gorgeous fabric, I thought, done, sold. And it's got a denim bottom as well. I've got some other pattern bags from my old local yarn shop owner in Melbourne, Little Woolly Makes. She does the same thing, uses a denim bottom, and they make for a really sturdy, durable bag. So I think that's quite a good design feature. What else did I get? I splurged a bit and got a maker's keep from Coco Knits. Now, what this is, and this is not for knitting, this is, well, it can be, but this is going to be for sewing for me. It's like a watch, but this is a magnet. And I've been watching people on the Great British Sewing Bee with these. I'll have to relocate my watch to the other hand when I do so that it's not, I'm not like putting pins on my watch, but the idea is that as you sew and you take your pins out, you can put them straight on, because I've been finding pins all over my floor lately, and I've been a bit concerned about stepping on them because I have stepped on a pin before, and I can assure you it is very painful when it goes straight through your foot. Yes.
I've got a Bernina magnetic sewing, what's it called, pin cushion.
Oh yeah.
So I just go do this, and they all got.
Yeah, I do have a magnet that I use. I keep it in the bottom of a dish, and so that you put the things in, but I can just never find it. So anyway, so I got that, and I got this is going to replace that terribly scratchy yarn that How Dare I Knit with for my daughter. It's Concept by Katia Cotton Merino, and it's quite an unusual yarn. It's a chain plied cotton interior. I don't know if you can see that, it's not very good. But, and then the merino is actually around the outside. So it's actually like 70% cotton, 30% merino because of that. Yeah. And it's terribly soft. So hopefully little miss will appreciate that. Well, she won't appreciate it, but at least she'll wear it.
She will appreciate it.
Oh, maybe. And I also got self-striping, one that I've never heard of before. Kremp Soul Wool. Now that's Danish, isn't it? .de.
I think so.
Danish, yeah. So I've never seen this brand before. This is Lazy Lion, this is called, and I think it's called Lazy Lion because it's like it's a self-striping, so it's like lazy stripes. But yes, it's quite unusual colours, and I googled what it looks like, and it's
stripes and gradients.
It's stripes and gradients at the same time. So I'm quite excited to knit with that. We'll see.
We're going to knit with it.
Well, we'll see. Maybe socks. It'd be really nice as a cowl. Yeah. So that's what I knit. So that's pretty good for me. Only 2 balls of yarn.
Did we also say thanks, Mum?
Yes.
We also got.
Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Julie's mum.
Who made cards, and we got a nice big card with our pictures.
So yeah, she was very sweet letting us in, and she was very helpful. Very helpful. If you were wanting to go, it's a smaller shop. So
got some good books.
Yeah, some really good books. I could have bought 2 very nice books very easily. If you want help choosing yarn for a particular project, I think she'd be a great place to go. She's got a really good range. I think no matter what you're knitting, you would find what you want, even though it's a limited range. And she's got lots of recycled, organic stuff.
That's fantastic. She had some vegan yarn as well.
Vegan yarns. Yeah, so I thought it was a really good shop actually.
That's
Considering the size.
It was nice. It felt nice too. A couch to sit on.
There was a couch, yes, right next to the bookcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really a very well designed shop. So she's only been open since May.
We should have taken some photos there, and I didn't. So sorry.
Oh, we were
Didn't think about it.
inhaling the fumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought something from her at Fibertron. Did you see her at
No,
Fibertron?
I did see her, but because I was working, I didn't really do a lot of. So I just ran around and like squish, 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 squish.
I think I even got it here when I bought it at Provisional because I use it almost every day. It was another one of her mates.
A little bag.
No, it's not a bag, it's project Notions. Here it is. It's a little Notions. It's a really unusual design, so it's again got the thingy there. It was cheaper because she wasn't 100% happy with it, and it's got a little bit here where it's not sewn in properly. That's the only issue. But I loved the colours and the fabrics, and it's a little Notions pouch, but I keep it sat like that, and I've got all my stuff in there. It's like a little bowl. It's really cute.
Oh, I bought something else, didn't I? But I did.
Oh yeah.
Because you were talking about little cute things and cause
you just saw mine. No, it's not in here.
No.
Yep.
I got a little higher
Tape measure
tape measure.
with an alpaca on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really had much chance to buy stuff, have we?
No.
I got the latest Yarnology along with everyone else in the fibre community in Australia and New Zealand. Did you not? Okay. I just feel like it's popped up everywhere on Instagram.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it again and again and again
I've
and
had
again.
a little bit of FOMO.
Oh well, you can have a look. Oh, this is the shop in Taringa. It's a great shop. Anyway, so new magazine. I bought it when it was in the Kickstarter stage, but a lot of shops have now got it in. I believe they would have bought them at the Kickstarter as well. It's an Australian magazine that it came from Queensland, so I don't know where she is exactly, whether she actually is in Brisbane or not, but she's been publishing this magazine as a digital magazine for some time, and this is the first time it's been in print. And I think from the overwhelming response on Kickstarter, she'll be continuing, and I do think that does tell you a lot about the knitting community. Firstly, that we're a very supportive group.
And also that we like magazines and
We
books.
love to touch and feel things. We're that type of people.
So that's where the Fibre Studio one, they went from online to in real life as well.
I would love to get that, but it's quite expensive. But
If you're not spending money on yarn.
well, this is true. Maybe I can invest in that sort of thing next year. But yeah, it's quite a cute little magazine. I haven't had a huge look through it. Oh look, that looks great. Chocolate cherry cake. So it's got quite a few different things. It's not just yarn stuff. It's kind of yeah.
And I got my Shetland annual, but I forgot to bring. That's very nice. I'll show it next time.
Yeah, it's got some things on knitting and dyeing and crochet. Oh, it's got an article from Louie and Lola. They're in Tasmania. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, there's an article about the hand crank sock. I'm still thinking about getting a sock machine. I go through this every 6 months. This urge to get a sock machine.
They're expensive.
They're very expensive.
And then you have to get them shipped.
Yeah. There's a place,
The
Sockwell,
Addy ones. Yeah, but I think they don't.
in Hokitika.
Hokitika? Yeah, no, they have refurbished ones, which every so often they sell. But
No, they have them for sale. They have 3 models for sale on their website. 3 different
I
model
didn't
ones.
last time I looked.
When
I
I looked
may have
recently,
looked.
last week, they were there, I thought. Anyway, I think if I was to get one, the only way I could justify getting one, I would have to do a Kickstarter to get it and make socks for people. and I don't think I want to commit to that.
No.
That's sort of
It takes. I think that it takes the fun.
joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's something I have thought about.
We could do a
collective. Yeah.
Yeah. The Harveys, quarterlies, something.
Yeah, a share. Yeah, quarterlies.
I don't know how much they are.
Because if it's look, you're looking at about
Little
$4,000 or
Jane's-
$5,000.
Little Jane's got one.
She does. Yes. She uses it all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, a collective. Even if you had it, 12 people go in on it, and you get it for 1 month of the year, I'd be very happy to have a sock
You
machine
could
for 1
do
month of the year.
a lot of socks in a month.
You could. That's all you do that month.
Crank socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even if you just did tubes and then finished them. Whereas little Jane does
She does the heels.
and everything because she has time with it to know how to use it. I guess that would be the only thing with having a collective, that you wouldn't really have the time with it.
No. Or could you hire it out?
I reckon. I don't know whether that would be worth it. What if someone broke it?
That's true.
Well, that's the problem with the collective too, isn't
Yeah.
it? If someone mistreated it.
Then they have to replace it.
Yeah. Sounds like we'd have to get a contract set up. Or we just continue to hand knit socks.
And then someone gets it for 30 days and someone else gets it for 31 days.
Oh man, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 365 doesn't divide well. Oh, and then what about leap years?
Yeah, Sounds hard. Sounds hard, but someone will always be not happy with something.
Yeah.
It's easy just not to go there.
Just continue living in our little hand knit world.
Yeah. And I quite liked that on Instagram or something, there was something that said, I'm just going to make numbers up now, but if you get a pair of socks for Christmas, it's got so many thousand stitches in it, it's taken this many hours, so someone's been thinking about you for that long.
Oh, that would be nice to make into a label.
Yeah.
To print out and attach to socks that you give.
How did your makeup pad removers go?
Oh, fantastic. Yes, none of them have arrived.
Oh.
Well, because this is what I was saying about like being quite overwhelmed and everything in the last few weeks. The Australian shipping deadline cutoff was the 23rd of November to definitely have stuff there by Christmas. And I was waiting for the kids to tie-dye some shirts to send, and I waited and I waited and I waited, and I really should have just pulled the pin, and I didn't. And so then they didn't get sent until the middle of December.
Oh.
One of them did arrive, actually, I lie, but I haven't talked to her since.
It's quite nice, I think, to get presents after Christmas
Yeah,
as well.
why not? Yeah. So, well, my family doesn't see it that way. So my family like to have something under the tree on Christmas Day. But anyway, so my sister-in-law, who was in Victoria, she's the only one outside of New South Wales. Hers arrived before Christmas. So the problem is in Sydney.
Right.
Yeah. So I know that now.
Next time we talk, they'll have received them, and then you'll be like,
Maybe. Who knows?
it's worth waiting for.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm yet to talk to my sister-in-law. I actually tried to call her yesterday and it didn't go through. So anyway.
I'm feeling sleepy now after we've eaten and sat outside.
We had delicious slices at the cafe. We sat outside and had coffee and tea and slices and lunch and felt normal. Yeah. Yep. I think we have an actually for last episode too.
A what?
Okay, I listen to a podcast called Stuff You Should Know, and when they get something wrong, they do a little actually segment where they say, we're sorry, we got this wrong.
Which word?
I believe we indicated that the
suicide
rate had increased.
And
I was under that impression. But I think that's just a sort of something people are talking about a lot, and that it seems that way, but it's not. But mental health issues has increased. So apologies for that, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you for pointing that out. I think that's great. Means you really watch us and listen. We love having comments too. I love it when you put comments below. I'm terribly slack at replying, but you're really good at
I try
replying.
and remember.
Yeah. And I didn't even get around to doing the notes for the last one,
no.
so
This time.
this time I will. Yeah, I've got no excuse. I'm on holidays. I'm sorry, I was too busy sleeping in.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah. You weren't sleeping in, you were reading in bed.
Reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
All day.
Oh, sounds luxury. Yeah. Well,
I feel like I need to yawn a lot now.
we're gonna go explore a few more gardens. And today is we're nearly at New Year's.
So it's Wednesday before New Year.
So we won't be back till next year.
No.
Yeah.
Well, New Year.
We got one more in
Saturday,
though.
we did,
Got
yeah.
one more in.
And in real life.
In real life, yes.
This is quite cool.
We got an in real life podcast in before the end of the year. So that's a win right there. Right, well it's getting busy here too. People are walking past. I hope it hasn't been too noisy. Is what it is.
Yeah. Try not to be in the wind, so at least it's not windy like when we were at the river. If I can remember to take something as we're walking around, I will. I'll stick it on the end.
Sounds good.
Awesome. The Hamilton Gardens.
Yeah.
When it's not Fibertron.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've been to the gardens.
The actual gardens.
Yeah. I've only ever come for Fibertron.
Same.
But I would like to bring the kids back here. I think they'd really enjoy it. Yeah. So that's on the list. Many things to do in the holidays. And of course I'll be back at work within 5 days, I think.
I'm on the 10.
I'm back on the 6th.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good.
Alright.
Okay. We're done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cookie day.
Cookie day. Till next time.
Bye.